Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to go through my golden trading rules that I'm using on a daily basis to make my trading much more consistent and hopefully more profitable. Now over the years I've broken all of these rules, but I've tried to adapt them, modify them and learn from them, so today I'm much more consistent in my trading. You might find some of these rules very useful, and if you do, incorporate into your own trading plan, into your own style, and that will make you a more profitable trader. So my first rule is protect your capital at all times. It's no good being a fantastic trader and getting 10-20% growth and all of a sudden you have a massive blowout and you hit a 50% loss. This is just making sure you don't go wild, risk 2, 3, 5% on a single trade, and before you know it you hit 2 or 3 losses and you're in a drawdown of 20%. I start each day by knowing what my maximum drawdown limit is likely to be, and if I go below that then I'll stop trading just to protect the capital. So number 2, always set a stop loss. It's really easy to get into a trade and think, okay, I'll just have a mental stop loss, or I'll just put it a little bit around here, could be just above moving averages, just above support and resistance line, but make sure you always have a stop loss in place and you set it within the broker platform. Once you set your stop loss, do not move it. The moment you start to move it further away from your entry point, that's when the price will carry on moving towards it, and you'll just keep moving it further and further away. You'll expose your risk and therefore breaking the first rule, which is preserving your capital. Number 3, cut the losses short and let the winners run. Now we get into a trade, always the expectation it's going to go straight in our direction and hit our take profit or our targets within 1 or 2 bars. Reality is it doesn't always work that way. If you're in a trade for a number of hours or a number of days and the main objective of getting into the trade is no longer valid, but you haven't hit your stop loss yet, cut your loss before it actually gets there and hits it. There could have been a sentiment shift or a big news article coming out, and therefore the reason for being in a trade no longer valid. Just cut the losses short and move on to a new trade. So on the flip side to that, if you're in a winning trade, just let the profits run. If you're able to move your stop loss to break even better, you're in a no-lose situation. Number 4, trade what you see, not what you think. This is where we rely on our technical analysis to really look at the charts, see where the levels of support and resistance are, and where our valid entry points are, not what we think in our minds might happen. It's very easy to see price in a downtrend and just continuing going down and to think in your mind it can't go any lower. The reality is it can go further, and just trade what you see. If it's going down, just sell it short. Number 5, never chase your losses. If you get a losing trade, don't go in the revenge mentality of I must get this back quickly and more than I risked the first time. There's a good reason why the trade didn't work. It wasn't set up correctly or market conditions changed. As soon as you start thinking I'm going to get it back, the chances are you won't. That's the time to just take a break, walk away and come back refreshed. Number 6, keep excellent records. It's really easy at the end of each week to go back and review what you've done if you just look at what's in your broker platform, but it's also good to keep another note of those, whether it's in a spreadsheet or in a database, just so you can actually review all the trades you've done. Take screenshots, annotate them, print them out if you have to, but just keep good records so you can go back and review the performance on a weekly or a monthly basis. Number 7 is maintain discipline. If you've got a set of trading rules which you stick by, whether it's for an entry or a take profit, make sure you stick to all of them. Don't just think, okay, I can just bend this one rule for now or change that rule slightly there. Stick to all of your rules, stick to all your setups and all your strategies, keep the discipline and stay focused. Number 8, keep it simple. So many times I've seen a good setup on the chart, but thinking, do I need to take it? Do I not need to take it? Then I'll start adding in more things to make it more complicated. Fibonacci retracements, Bollinger Band, Elliott waves. Before you know it, it's just so complicated and gone against my original strategy of just keeping it simple, keep it clean, keep it efficient. By adding more clutter to the trade, you're just making it more confusing and the chances are it's going to go wrong. Number 8 is plan the trade and trade the plan. It sounds simple, but often we start to get into a trade and start messing with our parameters. As I said before, moving your stop losses, moving your take profit, changing the risk reward ratio. If you've set it out and you've got all of the criteria all in the plan, you've set it all up, get into the trade and just trade what you thought was going to happen. It may be you need to adapt the plan as things go through, or I say if market conditions change, but ultimately once you've set your mind on something, don't go and change it. Finally, number 10, do not trade when emotionally unbalanced. We're not talking a serious mental breakdown here, but there's so many things that happen on a daily basis that just get into our mind and cloud our judgment. Whether it's things going on at home or at work, or just general things that affect us through coming through the news, or just how we're feeling in that particular day. If you start a day and you're feeling awful, just don't trade. Walk away, leave it there. As soon as your mind's not clear on what you're trying to achieve, then mistakes start to creep in and you start to break some of these rules, and before you know it, you're into a loss. So that concludes my 10 golden trading rules. Let me know down below what your rules are. Cheers!